My name is Navarro, and I'm a physician. I have a cosmetic, vein, and skincare practice in West Palm Beach, Florida. What brought me to the workshop was that I had experience going to Dr. Mulholland's courses in the past. I think he's a brilliant, not only businessman, he's a brilliant business manager, but he's also a very, very good physician, and he does excellent work. I bought his book on how to manage and grow a aesthetic practice, and it's been very, very beneficial. I think that one of the best things he taught me is that you are not the doctor for every patient, that you basically want a patient that understands what you're delivering, appreciates what you're delivering, and has consistent and realistic expectations. I think we come out of medical school, and a lot of times we work in maybe poor neighborhoods near the medical schools, and you have to accept every patient. So you think it's normal to have crack addict patients and crazy patients and psychotic patients and patients on antidepressants in your practice. But this is the actual death spell for a cosmetic practice. So you have to have patients that, number one, appreciate what you have, don't have any other secondary gains, haven't sued every other doctor they've seen, and are nice, connected people who can send you other patients, because this is the lifeblood of your practice. And for many years, I just treated everybody who walked in my door, and 80% of my patients were great, but that 20% of nutty people would come in and disrupt the practice, annoy our staff, end up creating a lot of unnecessary paperwork and issues for us. And just realizing that I don't have to see everybody comes through my door, and more importantly, recognizing who these people are has been invaluable to my practice. I like the workshop. I'm concerned because in this day and age with poor reimbursement, taking on huge amounts of more overhead is a little frightening, but at the other hand, his point that you need to get physician extenders and that you can justify putting in these lasers in your practice if you get someone who's going to manage them and run them for you is very mind-altering. It's really opened up my mind. And I had a location that I was thinking about expanding, and I got so nervous that I thought I was going to sell it, and now I am going to go through and do that. So I spoke to one of the people that you have here who helps with financing, and I told him my credit isn't the greatest anymore because this year's not been the best in our practice, because we unfortunately were a concierge model, and we went to trying to deal with Obamacare and stuff, and it has been a disaster. And so we're going back in January to concierge, and he said that he'd be willing to work with us, so I'm pretty excited about that. But will I do Monday?
Yeah.
I already did it. I grabbed my office manager, I set her aside, and I told her that we need, the lifeblood of our practice is having people to come back and follow up. And unfortunately, it became real apparent to me talking to her today that she really has never been the right person for this job. So I talked to Dr. Mulholland, and come Monday I'm actually putting in for a new office administrator. In terms of the marketing for today and how helpful it was, I would tell you it's pretty invaluable. The problem becomes that when you're overwhelmed and you have so much to do, you sometimes don't believe stuff that companies like this put on. But Syneron and Kindle have been around for a long time, and I have a lot of faith in Dr. Mulholland. So if Dr. Mulholland has faith in these people, I think that's also sold me on it. So in terms for myself, it reiterates what I already knew 10 years ago, that I needed to go concierge and just do fee-for-service cosmetic work. The days of having a decent medical practice solo are really over, and that I don't want to go work for somebody, I don't want to work for the hospital, and I enjoy what I do cosmetically, so I'm going to continue to do that. I think this was invaluable. That's why I forced my staff to come here, and I think it was good because I figured if this doesn't open your eyes to the possibilities, nothing will. So when I talked to my office manager and she's telling me, well, we need to advertise more in magazines, I realized she doesn't get it, and I need somebody new.